It's a Stylin birthday. Hey cuties, PeachY here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video we are doing a full-on breakdown on the newly revealed Bratz Stylin birthday celebration dolls. So stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join us down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel that way, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. But for now, let's get into it. That's right, Bratz is celebrating their 25th anniversary here with these brand new dolls dropping today on the 25th. Wouldn't you know, that's just all perfectly timed. But unfortunately, they announced these dolls releasing early on the Bratz.com website just barely 24 hours early, so it feels like they kind of rushed this entire release very quickly. Like, it just happened out of nowhere, quite literally. So I feel like this is going to be very much of a I don't know, tedious release. Like, for a lot of people, I'm seeing that they're kind of frustrated that they were not given more of a heads up, because each of these dolls are going to be priced around 36 US dollars. I know, 36, that's a lot of money for one doll. They are similar to last year's Stylin dolls, where they each come with a shirt for you to wear, customize, etc. But the actual dolls are kind of, you know, simplistic in what they come with, just a purse and like earrings and a necklace, but that's pretty much it. So the dolls themselves are not really taking up the budget. It's the fact that you have to buy the shirt that comes with the doll. So like I mentioned, they're having their early release on the Bratz.com website, which means that for international fans, this is a bad thing, because if you didn't know, if you are an international fan, you're only able to buy one item per order. Meaning, if you wanted to buy all 4 of these dolls tomorrow or today, you'd have to pay not just shipping for every single doll, but also the pricing. It's expensive. So yeah, I am not going to be paying. I'm not going to be buying every single one of these dolls separately, paying shipping 4 times. So no, I will not be doing that. I'm not crazy. That's insane. I don't want to be paying shipping 4 times, and then like that's just insane. So I will be waiting for these to be available on Amazon. They will be available on Amazon just right now. The early launch is on the Bratz website. They want to capitalize on their own website, so you know, it's whatever. They have done this in the past a million times, so hopefully that just means that the Amazon wide release will be in July. I don't know, they're probably going to wait until like a month for them to wide release them on other retailers. But for now, if you want to get them, you better be on time on the Bratz website when the countdown drops, because yeah, that's when they're dropping. That's where they are dropping first. And unlike with previous Bratz.com exclusive website launches, I'm not sure if this launch includes an exclusive poster or anything. I don't think they do. So you really are just getting a doll, the doll as you see here in the packaging. But what do you think? Are you gonna be there when the timer, you know, when the countdown stops? Are you gonna buy 1 or 2 or all 4 from the Bratz website, or are you perhaps also gonna wait for the wide release on Amazon? Usually free shipping, that means on Amazon. So, you know, what do you think? What's your first impression on the Bratz Stylin birthday dolls? Because it's very interesting. We had leaks of these first, I couldn't share them, but now having the full stock photos, I don't know, it's definitely like a kind of like whiplash. So interestingly, we have first up Sasha, and it seems like a lot of people like her the least, especially because of her shoes. I totally get the reasoning. I don't mind the shoes. I think they're cute. I mean, as you'll see, the theme basically here is that each of the girls somewhere on their outfit has a kind of like hint towards like a birthday cake or frosting or cream, or, you know, like just some dessert looking accessories, and those are usually found on the shoe molding. So for Sasha's shoes, she quite literally has a little like a frosting thing, whipped cream on the tip of her shoe, and like a cherry. So I mean, yeah, is it like, I don't know, I don't feel like it works for me, but I understand why. I get the theme. Again, it's a celebration anniversary birthday release, so I do think it's cute that they want to integrate like the birthday cake element somewhere, or like, you know, frosting again. But I don't know. I mean, like literally just having like the little whipped cream on the tip of her shoe to me feels a bit lazy. Like they could have at least incorporated it like in a better way. Anyway, I mean, the shoes are not bad. It's just, yeah, I get why people don't like the shoes. The hairstyle is nice for me. I like the ponytail. She does have a little bit of like blonde / yellow highlights to kind of like go with her yellow / golden theme, which is something else that each of the girls have. They each have their own like monochrome kind of color theme. So for Sasha, it's like yellow gold. I actually don't mind that. I feel like that's really great. Usually she looks great in yellow gold. So this is really cute. I like the fur collar. I like the golden jewelry. I like the skirts. I don't know why people don't like the outfit. I feel like it's Sasha. You know, like it works for her. I like the fur. Again, I like the way that the sleeves are kind of wider, and the lace element in black over her, you know, golden yellowish first layer of the skirt. Like I like these things. Her face, her mug, I mean, it's like a dark lip. It's like overall with these dolls, they're all wearing kind of like darker makeup, which is also interesting to kind of like contrast with the otherwise kind of like, again, mostly lace outfits and like birthday theme. So I don't know, it's a very interesting design elements here, but I like her. I like Sasha. I think she just looks really cute. Just maybe like a different shoe, maybe like a different, you know, I feel like maybe she's missing like some kind of leg accessory, maybe some socks, but of course socks are really hard to do with Bratz because they don't have actual feet. Maybe some tights, maybe, I'm really trying to think here. Maybe some boots would have worked better. You know, maybe some boots would have been better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, but I don't hate her. I do think she's really cute. And I also like how her lace is black, and it's not like, you know, it's not white. It's like black lace to contrast with the gold yellow from the other fabric. So I like that kind of, again, contrast. It really works well. So. Next up we have Yasmin, a pretty princess, and they chose teal blue as her color theme, which interesting because usually it's like purple for her, right? But yes, it's blue. I like this. It's cute. She has this kind of like black like accented corset, which is nice, and then her skirt is like a longer skirt, which is nice because usually we don't really get many like maxi or longer looking skirts with Bratz dolls, or honestly like most fashion dolls. So this kind of like longer skirt silhouette is really cool. For her, the lace is on the bottom layer of the skirt. It's like really nice, and then also there's like this huge bow on the side of her hip. So yeah, it's like she's a present. Like it's really cute. And then her shoes once again also have the kind of like little element of like frosting, but I think for her they quite literally actually just stuck like a cupcake on the heel of her shoe. So it's like, okay, once again, I'm not really sure if these shoe designs really are doing the most they can with the birthday theme. I feel like it would have been better if they just included a like cupcake accessory or like a cake for each doll. Like they could come with like a birthday accessory, like a present, a cake, cupcake, or I don't know, like just something better than like demolishing these shoe designs with like frosting, etc. But I get it. Again, it's to celebrate, you know, it's the anniversary. So yeah, of course. But, you know, it's not like, you know, Bratz is not Monster High. And even then, Monster High is pretty 50-50 when it comes to shoe designs with object heels, as we all know. But for Yasmin, I do like the purse. And, you know, I'm kind of failing to think of what else to say because her outfit does seem a bit simple. Because other than the skirt being kind of like longer with the lace part, you know, there's nothing else. I mean, she has no sleeves. Just the corset is kind of like simple, and I do like her makeup. It's again darker shades. Oh yeah, she has no kind of like blue highlights in her hair, because you know, as the other girls, they all have kind of like their respective color theme in their hair as well. But for Yasmin, there's no blue. So I maybe some blue would have been nice, just to add a little pop of color, right? But I also think it's really cool how for all of these girls, they each have like these little like lines in their eyes where it kind of looks like they're swirls, you know, like again, the theme of birthday. So I like that. It makes them look more unique. But yeah, I mean, Yasmin is cute. Definitely not my favorite. Yeah, surprisingly, but I do like her shoes. Just, I wish they hadn't ruined her heel with this just random cupcake. You know, like, it's just like, did she step into some cupcakes? Like, okay, what's the story here? Now we have Jade, and I do think for her, the kind of like birthday anniversary celebration theme for the shoe kind of worked out better, because for her, it's the heel being a candle, and it's not like a different weird color. It's just the molding of the heel looks like a candle, but it's like an upside down candle. So like the flame part is like the part where she's stepping on it. Like, okay. I mean, again, I feel like these are like half like okay designs, but at least for Jade, like, it's not like a different color. Like, it looks like a candle, like upside down. And yeah, we do have like some ribbons molded on the back, which you can't really see here, but I think that, yeah, I think on one picture, on one of the group pictures, you can see that Jade is supposed to have some ribbons painted on the back of her boots here. So I do like that she has boots. You know, I feel like more girls here in this line could have used some boot molding. But nonetheless, I like how for Jade, they actually went with purple, you know, as her color theme, which is interesting because usually it's red or I don't know, red or green, right? That's usually kind of like Jade's colors, or right, silver. So going with purple definitely is, yeah, different. You know, again, like Sasha is yellow, Yasmin is blue, Jade is purple, and then Chloe is pink, but that's not surprising. But yeah, so I like her dress. Once again, for Jade here, we have more of like a black lace on top of the purple, which is a good contrast. And I feel like that also works better because Jade, you know, she's usually the edgier one, right? She's usually more aesthetically like, you know, like she's like to be more experimental. So like this kind of style works better, I think. The black lace with the purple off the shoulder. It's like a mini dress. It's very simple, you know, in design, but I do like it. I feel like it works here. The accessories, the jewelry, the necklace, the earrings are silver, so that's really nice. I also like how for her, the colored hair pieces are like the front pieces, the money pieces, right, is the way you call them. They're in purple, and that's really nice. I feel like that works. The purse is purple, and the makeup, once again, is very dark themed, you know, very dark colors. So yeah, I think she's really pretty. Honestly, might be one of my favorites. I'm not sure why. Probably just because of how good she is, you know, in contrast to how little there's going on with her, you know. So there's different reasons, but I do think for her, just the black lace, the purple theming, the makeup, the like purple money pieces, you know, the boots are a good piece, I think, because the heel isn't like a random cupcake. So I think this works out much better. But what do you think? And last up, we have Chloe, and I forgot to mention, but yeah, the packaging here is really nice. It kind of looks like a present, so that's really cool. The top is the handle, which is actually shaped like a ribbon, like a little bow, so that's really cool. Of course, you know, the t-shirts are, I mean, I'll talk about the t-shirts later on, but they are t-shirts. So Chloe here, she's in pink, which is no surprise. You know, she's usually in pink. I think for me, it's just, since I've noticed this, I think I like her less. But the last year's Bratz Stylin doll for Chloe, she had essentially the exact same hairstyle. You know, it was the two front like pieces framing her face, and then the two little pigtails, half up, you know, half down. Just basically the main difference here is that last year's Chloe had straight hair, and this year Chloe has a little bit of wavy hair. But the hairstyle is exactly the same, so I do think that kind of, for me, makes it a bit less exciting. Maybe like a more interesting hairstyle would have been really fun. Maybe like a side part, maybe, I don't know, like just something different. Because this hairstyle just feels very overused for Chloe. I mean, it really seems like they have no other hairstyles that they can do on her. Oh, and yeah, the Bratz rock stars, you know, like those came out this year, and for Chloe in that line, exact same hairstyle. I kid you not, it's the same hairstyle. So you know, I'm really starting to not like Chloe's hairstyles recently, but nonetheless, I do like how here we do have some pink highlights in her hair, and the makeup, once again, is very dark, very kind of like of a contrast with the otherwise very pastel outfit of hers. I like the pink lace that she has going on, and well, I think it's actually white lace on top of like the pink underneath. So yeah, I like that. Also, there's a hint of black here with her underlayer. Hopefully she has two tops on and they're not sewn together. That would be really nice. But yeah, I like how she has also some black accents, and the skirt and top are separate, and there's like different layers here, different textures. That's really fun. Her shoes are very high. They're very high shoes, very tall shoes. And for her, the birthday theme, I guess, is just kind of like this, like the slight swirly design in her heel. That's, I guess, the birthday theme. But I like how for her, the shoes kind of look just very unique. They're not specifically very birthday-ish. So yeah, I like the shoes. They're very cutesy. They honestly remind me of like a carnival kind of like, kind of like a clown shoes. I'm not sure. Like it's like those people walking on stills, like those big sticks, if you know what I'm talking about. These shoes kind of remind me of those things where it's like she's walking on like sticks and stuff. Like they look really like skinny on the bottom. So but yeah, her purse is fine. I think she has a really cute accessories, like the necklace, and the earrings are silver. So I think they work. And I think she's really cute. I mean, she's pink, so I have to kind of say that she's cute. But I do wish the hairstyle would have been different. And I don't know. It's just, if once again, I feel like something is missing. But yeah. Then shared by Lolly World, who I think is the one who did the face screenings, which is like, good job. Lolly World, they shared some actual pictures of the dolls themselves, and like real life pictures, and they look good in real life. So thankfully they do seem to look the same. They have the same looking quality. They look good. I do like how they each have their own color theme, even though they're supposed to be like a celebration line. I like how they each have their own colors, and what's tying them all together as a line is that they all have lace elements in their outfits, so, and also black elements, and also like those weird shoe designs which work or don't work. So, and also they all have like a similar looking purse, just like a one color block basically. So I like these elements. I like how these different things tie them all together, because otherwise they do have different colored outfits entirely. So I think, yeah, they look really good. Are they worth $36 US? No, no, they're not. The outfits are just not strong enough. And then, of course, I think for most of us, we're not buying these dolls for the shirts. I think we're buying them for the dolls. So I think a lot of us will just wait for a sale. And I think for me, I will wait until they're available on Amazon, hopefully soon, and then I will get them. Or maybe even then I'll wait, because I like them, I do, but I don't feel this necessary need to have them immediately. Like I like their color themes, I like their faces. The hairstyles could be more interesting. I like the lace details on the outfits. But I don't know. I mean, again, the shirts are kind of useless to me. I still haven't worn last year's Stylin shirts. So it's like, they're just hanging there in my closet, So it's like, I think it's a good line. I don't know, especially as a celebration line for 25 years of Bratz. You'd kind of think like maybe they could have done two outfits instead of a shirt. Like a second outfit would have been really nice. Maybe better accessories, maybe better purses, maybe fabric purses, maybe they could have given them like metallic, like chromatic looking accessories to make them feel more celebration-ish. I don't know. Maybe a stand also would have been helpful, because they don't have stands. So I just feel like there's different ways they could have made these dolls feel more like big, celebration, like anniversary-ish. But instead we have this. It's just a Stylin from last year, but just birthday themed with more shirts that no one wants. But I mean, the shirts are fine, but it's like, we're not buying the dolls for the shirts, we're buying the dolls for the dolls. So I feel like it would have been just better if they invested all that budget into the actual dolls, into giving them better accessories, better details, designs, and perhaps then they would feel worth their price point. Again, a second outfit here instead of a shirt. Wow, I feel like that would have gone a long way. But yeah, anyway, my ranking, I guess, would go, first place goes to Jade. Second place goes to Chloe because I'm a sucker for pink. Third place goes to Sasha. And last place goes to Yasmin. So yeah, don't ask me. That's how I'm feeling. But I do like all four of them. Just, yeah, in that order. That's how much I like them. But what is your ranking, and what do you think? Is this a buy or a pass for you? But I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel that way, no pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the dolty you love. Thank you also to all my currently subscribed members. I see you and I appreciate you all so much. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.